There's this thing that happens as therapists and healers. I find within this profession that we can really develop habits and patterns that allow us to hide in more sophisticated ways. We work in an industry that is all about emotional labor, has a lot to do with productivity and moving through. There's a number of things that we have to do to make sure that we can take care of ourselves. And because of the skill set that we have, it can be really easy to hide within the skills, the techniques. And I'm not talking about the work that you do with clients, I'm talking about the way that you manage and work within yourself. I know for me personally, I do a beautiful job of hiding and being vulnerable just enough, but maybe not too vulnerable. And I can do that by processing my emotions with other people, not being in my emotions with other people mid-miss. When I'm processing it, I feel exactly what I say I'm feeling. I'm able to embody it in the moment. It's not fake, right? It's not false. And sitting in the processing of my emotions, even as I embody those emotions, for me is in part a way that I can hide. It's not the same as being able to be present with my loved ones, my soul community, and being able to be mid-mess and talk about how I feel, not process through it. Sometimes, as therapists specifically, we can have a tendency to talk through things or process things. And sometimes, many times, we need to just allow ourselves to feel it. Stop processing through everything. Or at the very least, allow yourself to feel the mess, the collapse, the falling apart. Give yourself permission to let it be messy with you and with people that are in your community who you know and trust. Allow the mess to be there. We don't have to hide behind the skill sets that we have and this idea that we got to hold it all together. When we talk wellness and we talk wellness with mental health professionals specifically, a part of what also contributes to burnout and compassion fatigue and just being unhappy with the work. Yes, we get systems, but also having these habits and patterns of betraying ourselves, of leaving ourselves behind, of abandoning ourselves in some form or fashion, even when it appears we are doing the right thing. And only we can decide where that line is. Only we can decide where that line is. I am called to ask myself, how am I showing up in life? How am I showing up in my work? How am I showing up with my clients? How am I showing up for me? And are those things aligned with being well? That doesn't mean trying to figure out quickly what's wrong and hurrying up and fixing it. There's a number of wounds I am certain will take me years and years to work through because that is the nature of being a human, even a divine one. So, in an effort to support our wellness this week, I want to acknowledge, I want to acknowledge all the ways that we can hide, all the ways that we can self abandon in the way that we do this work, in the way that we do our own work, and just remind us and give us permission to come back to ourselves and to work in a way that is aligned with our wellness in as many places and areas as possible. And that could simply mean acknowledging I have a wound here, or I still feel the need to hide here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you all next time.